Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor at M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Baltimore Ravens. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and 9, Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On third down, Brissett. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Ready? 10-2 start. 54 miles. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, lock it.
On first down, it's Tannehill. Complete to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
On the ready.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Check. Crouch. Hey, Charlie. Yo, faster. Big rip.
And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Unable to correct. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Sony Michel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Ted Ginn's gonna go, and he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. He goes 95 yards to the house on the kick return, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Michelle. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Bengals drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. This is Jones. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked.
Good. Hey, exit. Reset. Recon, 132 fighter. 54. Here I come.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Ready? 15 line. 15 line. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On second down, here's Tannehill. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Room to run past midfield. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable third down.
Set. 30 base. Check, check. Block 54. Block 54. You can't block me. You can't block me. Ready?
That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up fourth. So on fourth down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. He'll return it from the 6. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7-0 on the return. And the Ravens will get it. 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Brissett sets to throw it. He's going to loft one deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 85 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. This is taken at his 4. And nowhere to go. He'll make it back only to the 5-yard line.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
Defense wins championships, baby. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Get it.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
I guess it's good we can't really read the mind of the defensive coordinator now, huh?
Had him pinned back there deep, give up that run. Can't be happy.
Yeah, whatever's in his mind right now, we probably couldn't say over the air.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Pittsburgh. 54. Come on. Go.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 11 now. Tannehill. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
First down, Bengals.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Tannehill. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Great. 54 Mike. Watch the pass. Check 31. Check 31. Pilot, 64. Weak. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Shoot.
Tannehill on first down. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
54
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. And this is Parker, complete. Give him 17 at a Cincinnati first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Tannehill now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Devin White in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man.
Whip. Watch the whip. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second.
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Aaron Jones with touchdown number 8 on the year. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They begin with Michel on the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Brissett. And able to find Dorsett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
You draw Parker. Get it.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
61, match box right. Back. Go. Check 49. Deuce. Let go.
Now Tannehill. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And it's caught by Parker. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He was looking for Parker that time.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Vinatieri's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check the backer, check the backer.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He's got a man, complete. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a first down.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. Returning, it's Benjamin. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
I got you. I got you.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 29-yard line.
Let's go now. 15 on it. 15 on it. Hey, let's get in them holes. He's crashing. He's checking quickly.
And it's Michel once again. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And at Baltimore, first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Let's bring it. Let's go. Come on. Quick.
And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards.
On the keeper.
No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the Bengals 48-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Brissett is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Got an open man, it's Valdez-Scantling. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Again, it's Jones. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
Hey, box truck. Mike, get it.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30 and down to the 29-yard line. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
Well, when we go back to our conversation with the defensive coordinator, that type of a play was not a surprise to him. He expected trickery in this game, yet somehow his defense, they still took the cheese and got caught in the mousetrap.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. And the Bengals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Tannehill throwing again. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position, the ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it, and even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
From the 27, Brissett. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
Again, it's Michel, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Watch time, watch time. Tight end right, tight end right. We got 3 down.
From the gun, here's Brissett. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell them to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Here we go.
Here's Tannehill. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating? The guys who just gave up that play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. After the penalty, it's Jones. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be just their 2nd of the year if they could hold on. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith, and he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Brissett to Michel on the screen. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Michel down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. From the 30 on 2nd down, Brissett. Benjamin's got it. And down inside the 15 he goes. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 14. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. Back to throw, Tannehill. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Tannehill going to throw it. Going deep here for Parker. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
Now Tannehill. It gets it into the arms of Parker, complete. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's fourth down. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Benjamin. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
Their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Brissett looks to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Michael Bennett, the former Texas A&M Aggie, dropping the hammer. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for Cincinnati, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.